Hello there, welcome to Coaching with Tally. We are here today talking about how we can use this time, this unique, incredible time that we have in history to our advantage. How can you use this time, not just to get through it, but to actually further you in your progress, further you in becoming who you want to be, further you in getting more clarity around what really matters to you. So many different ways. So how can you use this time in history to propel you to create massive results in your life that you actually would not have gotten otherwise? So my name is Tally. I am a life and personal development coach, and I have the privilege of getting to work with incredible leaders to get them into alignment with who they most truly are, connected to what it is they are made for in this world, get them in a place of creating incredible joy in their life, and then having this overflow of beautiful impact in the world. And those things are totally connected. Your alignment, your connection to who you are, and what it is that you give in the world are completely connected. And the more integrated you can make that, just really the more fulfilled you are in life and the greater impact you have in the world. So that's what I do, and it's an incredible gift. I love doing it. Private coaching, group coaching, lead masterminds, facilitate retreats. So that's what I'm up to in the world, and I'm coming here every day at 1 o'clock here on my Leaders Alive with Tally Facebook page, just to give coaching, to offer value, to support you in this time. So here every day, and today we're talking about using this unique time in history to really further you into more of who you're made to be, into more clarity around what it is that you really want. There's something about, hey Greg, there's something about, when you go through really challenging things, it actually gives you a really unique perspective on what's important. When you have this much heightened everything going on in the world, you get laser focused in on what really matters. That's why people who have some kind of diagnosis where there is you might not make it kind of thing attached to it, they get really clear about what matters in life. Or when you lose a loved one, often that's a time that you get a lot of clarity around what really actually matters. I'm doing all of these things and spinning all of these plates, and what at the end of the day really matters to me. And so this is an incredible time in history to take advantage of the kind of clarity that we get because of it. So what is it, I want to ask you, because I've been talking to different people one-on-one lately, and it's been really cool to hear the things that are really emerging in them, that kind of clarity that they're getting. Or for a lot of people, what's coming up is that they operate with a fairly low level of anxiety all the time. And then when you add in something like this that has fear attached to it around your physical well-being, your financial well-being, the well-being of other people that you really love and care about, you have a lot of your normal things that help you cope with life taken away. So because of the social distancing, there are things that we normally do that help relieve stress in our lives, or whatever that is. We've had a lot of those things taken away. And so it creates a greater surfacing of that fear, the fear that's kind of always there, the anxiety that's always there, or maybe depression that's always there at a lower level, but that you can function with. This heightens a lot of that. And so while this time today isn't specifically around fear, I want to touch on it because I know a lot of people are feeling that. And I want to say that this is an amazing gift to us. If we let it be, if we let it be a gift, having that stuff surfaced, whatever is there, whether it's fear or anxiety or something else, having those things that we carry around all the time in us that actually hinder us, that actually are not a benefit, that don't serve us, having those things more clarified. And this is around too, what you're giving your effort and your time and your energy to. Maybe you're realizing, holy cow, I've given myself to a lot of things that don't matter. And that's the opportunity in this time. So whatever it is, that is getting created for you in this, I want to zero in on taking advantage of that. In this time, how can you really allow what there is to create, the results that you could create out of this time? This is unique. This is a unique time in all of history that all of us have the opportunity to capitalize on. So what is it that's emerging in you? What is it that's trying to come forth? There are likely things that you are really gifted in. There are things that you're made to create in the world that maybe this is the thing that is going to do it for you. Like there are people that are losing jobs, and actually it's one of the best gifts that could have ever happened to them. Like the responsibility side of them would never have transitioned into the thing that they really are most made for in the world, because it would feel irresponsible. But because they've lost a job, like, why not pivot into what it is that you're made for? Why not pivot into something that you've always wanted to try? Or like the example earlier, so I was talking with someone last night, and she was just talking about, this has surfaced so much fear, but it's been such a gift because it's flushed all of this stuff to the surface that she normally can carry around and kind of manage and, you know, navigate around. And she wasn't able to. This just was like way too much. She was in like almost like massive panic. And so it's forced looking at it and looking at where that's coming from. And it took her back into childhood and some anger that she had around her parents not creating a place of security for her. And so she's getting into a place where she's creating that for herself, and she's healing some of the resentment there and the places that she's stuffed, you know, just real anger and resentment that she didn't even know was there. So it's been incredibly healing and beautiful. Other people, you know, I did a Life Wheel workshop earlier this week, and I've talked to people since then, and I mean, that's the big gift for them. Like realizing, oh my gosh, I've been giving myself and my energy and my resources to things I don't actually care about. And I'm not even clear on what I do care about, but this is really helpful. Let me see if I have a Life Wheel around here. So this is a Life Wheel. This is a tool that I use with my clients. So I did a workshop on this, and there were so many people that wanted to come to it and weren't able to make it that night that I'm going to go ahead and do another one, April 30th. So 7 p.m. If you want to do that, I'll put a link in here. It's a free workshop. You're welcome to join. It would be awesome to have you. But yeah, so in that case, it's getting clear on what really matters to you around all of the important areas of your life. There's so many different things that you could use this time to take advantage of in your life, to really move you into massive results, to move you into more clarity, to move you into more healing. Like, what is it that this is uniquely, the uniqueness of this point in history you're going to use to actually further you? So not something that you're going to feel beat up by or feel victim to, or you're going to just get through, but how are you going to use it for your benefit and to be able to be a benefit to everybody around you as well. So what is it? Here's a question. When this is all over and things end up going back to like normal, what is it that you want to look back on this time and say, man, it was like a before the quarantine of 2020 and after for me? Because man, the clarity that I got in that time, or the things that shifted for me in that time, or the insight that I got on myself, or the things that I healed in myself, or the way that I transitioned using that as an opportunity to benefit, like what is going to be different when you look back at this time in history, because it's going to come and go. What is it that you want to create this time? And if you have thoughts, go ahead and comment them here. I would actually really love to hear, like, what is it that's going to change for you? Maybe it's something in your health. Maybe it's something in your career, your business. Maybe it's something with relationships, because you get really clear on, oh man, I've been having this place of unforgiveness with this person in my life, and when all of this hit, you know, like it doesn't matter. I can forgive that. I care about relationship. Or like, what is it? There are things that are happening for different people, or that you have the opportunity to take advantage of, that are going to make a huge difference for you in this time. So what will you be intentional to create results in for yourself because of this? Not just in spite of it, but because of this going on, what is it that you can create? So Lisa says, absolutely, I created an honest look at my dysfunction since I can't hide with a busy schedule. Yes, I've been hearing that one too. Like, we have all of these things that tend to distract us, that are great things in life, but when you are alone with yourself, there are things that you just see that it's like an amazing opportunity. And it's not necessarily that we're trying not to see them, you know, at least consciously, but what a gift. Yeah, Lisa, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And I know that you really are intentional to do the work on yourself. So it's awesome. Really acknowledge you. And thanks for sharing. Feel free, anybody else who's watching this on a replay, there's something about clarifying a thought enough to put it into a comment that really is supportive for you. And then it also benefits other people because they're like, oh yeah, me too in that. So that's really helpful. And I will just reiterate. So if you wanted to come to the last workshop, weren't able to, or if you're just hearing about this for the first time, like you're just catching this, and this interests you, doing a life wheel assessment. This is one of the ways that I work with my private clients, the way that I structure my mastermind. We go through one area of the life wheel at a time. So a life wheel is basically just life broken up into every important area of life. And you get real clarity when you do a life wheel assessment. It's an assessment tool that gives you this graphical representation of where you're at in every important area of your life. How satisfied you are, I should say. How content you are with each area of your life. So it's a really supportive tool. It's where I start out all of my private clients. We do one of these, and then we start looking at, well, what would get you to a 10 out of 10 in each of these areas? And it helps develop a lot of clarity about what really matters to you in each area of life. It's a really holistic approach, which is beautiful because you don't have, it causes you to fire on all cylinders, so to speak. So you don't have certain areas that are really, you're killing it, and other areas that are just completely falling through the cracks. So it allows you to get real clarity holistically over every area of your life. This is normally something that is part of a paid course that I do, or obviously working with my private clients is a paid thing, but I'm just pulling this out of the course and giving this away for free because I think it's really, really supportive for people in this time to have it, to have a time where they can refocus, because I feel like a lot of us are kind of scattered and like, now is a really beautiful time to take an assessment of ourselves, like Lisa was just saying, and get really clear about where we're at and where we want to go so that we can step into the rest of 2020 with real intentionality, with real clarity. It's almost like a GPS system. So having this life wheel assessment is almost like giving you your current location. So if you know where you are and you get clarity about where you want to be, then you can create that really clear strategic path to getting there. So that's the work that I do with my clients, and going to be doing a life wheel assessment April the 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's completely free. It's going to be via Zoom, so it'll be interactive, and we can I can answer questions for you, and it's more fun that way. So if you want to click on the link, you'll just put your name and email so that I can send you a blank one of these, a PDF of this, and also a Zoom link so that you'll be able to jump on and be part of that. So it'd be awesome to have you. And again, feel free to invite team, family, friends, do it together. You are welcome to come, the more the merrier. So hopefully this is supportive for you in thinking through how can you not just get through this time, but how can you capitalize on it? How can you use this unique, amazing experience that we're all having in history to actually further you, to benefit you, to create massive, beautiful results in your life. And if the life wheel can help you, awesome. If there are other things that you're leaning into, surfacing, if I can be of any support to you, feel free to reach out. I can resource you. I can get you connected with other amazing people who do all kinds of different work. Any way that I can support, just feel free to let me know. And if you'd like to jump on the life wheel assessment, I'll put a link probably in the description of this video. But hopefully it supports you. Hope you have a beautiful day. I will be back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you have not heard it yet today, you are very, very loved. Have a beautiful day.